Trust that feeling in your soul. Trust that feeling in your spirit. Trust that feeling in your heart, saying that you were meant for more, that you are meant to be something more than what you currently are, that you are meant to change lives. You are meant to do the craziest thing ever. You're meant to chase your dreams. You're built in a way you're wired in a way that's different than everybody else. Because it's true. You are built individually and perfectly different from everybody else, and you were meant to do something beautiful. And if we all reached our purpose, we would all be perfect. Well, not perfect, but I believe we have a purpose out here that is, perfect for what God's plan is. And I believe that if we truly pursue being the best versions of ourselves, we'll never reach perfection. Obviously, we're not Jesus, we're not God, we're not perfect. But I do believe we'll make an impact in a lot of people's lives, and we'll be able to grow as a person, grow with God, grow in our faith, grow in our day-to-day life, grow in everything that matters. And I think there's a reason that I don't know if we all, but myself, maybe I can only relate to a couple people that are watching this, but if you feel like for some reason, weirdly, since you were a kid, you've always felt like you were meant to do more, it's probably because you are meant to do more. And it's probably because that's why you get met with these same tests and these same sins that you fall into every single day or every other week or something that you keep repeating that is just difficult. And maybe it's a generational curse, maybe it's anger, maybe it's lust, maybe it's something that you keep falling into, and that pitfall is there for a reason. It's because you are meant and you are called to do more. You're called to be somebody special, and you're called to be different than everybody else because you are different than everybody else. No two exact same human beings have ever existed in human history, ever, and they never will. And I think that we all have this opportunity and we all have this purpose that we can chase and we can capture, and some of us never will. And for those people that are watching, or that person that's watching, and you feel in your soul and your spirit and your heart that there is an opportunity for you to do something that is truly amazing, and you just feel like you're supposed to do it. You've always felt that way. I didn't know. I used to think mine was basketball when I was pursuing that when I was younger. I used to think it was maybe music. It was maybe something that I loved and something that I was meant to change others' lives. And I know this comes across as maybe pompous or like, oh, I'm up here and you guys are here, whatever. I don't know why I felt this way, but I don't feel arrogant whenever I say it. I hope this comes from a humble place, and I hope you guys can understand that this isn't me saying that, oh, I'm going to be great, I'm going to be the best ever, I'm going to be somebody who's successful, I'm going to do this, and you're not going to be able to do it, you're not capable, I'm going to win, and you're not. I'm going to win, and so are you, and you have the capabilities to do so. And I just want you to hear it, because I don't think people speak this enough. I don't think that people say, hey, I'm going to win, here's why I feel that way. And a lot of people just say, hey, I'm going to win, period. I'm a whatever. They go on these speeches and these rants, and I think there's a fine line between wanting to reach your potential, and that also means being the kindest person that you can be. Reaching your potential also means being loving, being sweet, being caring, being the best father you can possibly be, being the best listener you can possibly be, doing all the things that are. It's not just the aspects of being some alpha human being. It's just, that's an ignorant take. And I think that's where there's a fine line. A lot of people fall down the path of bettering themselves as a person, and it puts them into a box of just making themselves better. But if you can make people around you better and feel loved and feel cared about and be Christ-like, that's what it's all about. And that's what your purpose is here on this planet. And I think that all of us feel that we're meant for something more because we all truly are. So that's the message. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a blessed one.